Thank you for joining. This is Michael LeBeau, continuing Enterprise Reporter configuration. Once you have the Enterprise Reporter Configuration Manager installed, there's a couple of things that you should do prior to performing any other creation within Enterprise Reporter, and hopefully you've done your planning for this process. When Enterprise Reporter was installed, it created groups within Active Directory, the Reporter Discovery Admins, the Reporter Reporting Admins, the Reporter Reporting Operators. All of those are designed for RBAC capabilities, and you can add yourself and other users to those groups as needed. But the one group that we do need to pay attention to is the Reporter Discovery Nodes group. This is an important group because it can contain not only service accounts that are used to perform discoveries, but it also must include the machines in which you're going to install the nodes or the agents in this group so that they are certified to be able to pull this information within Enterprise Reporter. So if you have not done this before you proceed, please go in and add the accounts and the machines to this group as warranted. Once that is done, you may continue. The first thing that we're going to do with Enterprise Reporter is to create a cluster. A cluster is nothing more than a fancy name for a collection of one or more. So we're going to call this one on-prem because this one will be used for collecting all on-prem data. You will have options for a shared data location and database timeout settings, which typically do not need to be changed on initial install. First thing we're going to do is declare our node machine. In this case, use the ellipsis to go in and add one of the machines that you've added to the Enterprise Reporter Discovery Nodes group. Check the name, go ahead and add that server. And then if you remember, when we first came into this system, we had to create an account, the Scrapyard Enterprise or ER admin account that was used for the discovery. I've added it to the credentials with a password, and this makes it reusable. So I'm going to go ahead and reuse that password for that service account. Optionally, if I'm using a UPN or an SPN, I can specify that here, and then I can specify alternate locations for some of the data as necessary. Again, during the initial install, that's not typically required. So we'll go ahead and finish the installation of that discovery node. We can click on the Discovery Nodes tab to see how that node installation is working. If we do want to add additional nodes, which we do here, we want to go ahead and do that now. And of course, you can overlap these operations quite handily. We're going to use the same account that we did previously. Go ahead and add that and click on OK, and you'll see both of these nodes initializing. Now we do want to create a second cluster here. This allows us flexibility in the configuration of Enterprise Reporter. Take, for instance, you may have to go out to Entra ID to collect additional data. You may have site-based installations where you have a number of servers on a site. Both of those will be reasons to create a cluster that can be used specifically for that site or Entra ID or any other special collection scenario that you may have. In this case, we're going to call this one online. We'll continue with it. We do need to add a node to it. In this case, this will be app 5. Once I've added that, I'll use the same account that we've used previous, and then go ahead and build out that node. So what you'll see here is as we're building the discovery node for online, which should be happening here shortly, we'll see that we have our discovery nodes for app 3 and app 4 already installed, enabled, which does enable the console. And here we're initializing app 5, so soon enough that cluster will be enabled. We'll be ready for the next configuration in the next slide.